it doesn't appear that the South African authorities are responding to the magnitude that one would expect them to do. The persons who are funding these xenophobic attacks are known, and they've been left free to continue to do what they want to do, and so it's become something they are doing with impunity at very high cost to us. We had to charter planes to go to South Africa to evacuate our citizens. We operated 3 charter flights as the continental body. AU should take an interest in this issue because it has the potential to wreck everything that we have worked for: African solidarity, African integration, and all that. President Ramaphosa sent a delegation to me yesterday. We met with them, and I explained the reason why it was important for us to discuss it. I mean, sometimes these things happen, we want to sweep them under the carpet, but when we do that, we rather do not cure what the problem is, you know. And so I told them, I said, Ghana, we don't harbor any malice against South Africa, but we're raising it as an issue for discussion to even give South Africa the opportunity to take that platform of the continental body and explain what they're doing to the world about the xenophobic attacks.
Beautiful people, beautiful Africans, good day, or good evening. I think you might see this video when the evening starts. But good evening to everyone. This is a very interesting topic that we're going to talk about today. Because I think my take is needed. A neutral take is needed in things like this. So there's a petition that Ghana has started or has done. It has sent to the African Union requesting that the African Union should address the ongoing xenophobic attacks in the Republic of South Africa that are done towards African nationals, not just the people of Ghana. So in this video that you are seeing right now, the president of Ghana is actually asking the authorities of South Africa to arrest the leaders of March and March. If we want to put it in plain English for everyone to understand, that is what he's saying. That is what he's requesting. He's saying that the authorities are not really acting because these leaders are still running around the streets. Nobody is taking accountability for anything. Nobody is being punished for the loss of lives, the loss of businesses, you understand, a lot of things, the beating of people and stuff like that. So one of the leaders of March and March has responded, who is Jacinta, and she's telling the president of Ghana to rather focus on the amount of people that are leaving the country, running away to other countries, seeking for a better life. So what is my take on these two people right now? What is my take on what the president of Ghana is saying, and what is my take on what Jacinta is saying? Both people are right. They are both right. They are both correct in what they are saying. Both their points that they are raising right now are valid. What the president of Ghana is saying, that these xenophobic attacks need to be addressed, these xenophobic things need to be addressed, he's right. Because if we just sweep it under the carpet, in the next 5 years, when it's time for elections again, next 5 years or 4 years, when it's time for elections again, these things will happen because they've been happening since 2008 and nobody has actually addressed them. So they need to be addressed. There's something that needs to be happened, because every time when it is time, I've been saying it for the longest, every time when it's time for elections, Africans, they are the ones who are used as a tool for politicians to lie to South Africans that they are going to better their lives somehow. Meanwhile, the politicians who are here in South Africa are just the same as politicians all over the world. They just lie. Nobody is actually wanting to better anyone's life, because all they do is loot money while citizens suffer. So yes, we need to address these things, because as Africans, we cannot use each other as tools to fulfill our political agenda. We cannot use Africans as a ball that we kick every time when we want to play politics. that cannot happen because we have not seen any other race facing the wrath of these politics here in South Africa. So it definitely needs to be addressed. That needs to be addressed. But those are not the only issues in Africa that needs to be addressed. There are a lot of things that are happening in Africa. There are a lot of slaves that are being sold in Libya. We don't see these African countries talking about that because those are also Africans who are being sold there. There are a lot of inhumane atrocities happening in Zimbabwe. There is a man called Bedimpilo Mbezi who was arrested just for organizing a march. You understand? And we saw a video of him going to court yesterday, looking like he looks horrible, like he has been tortured in that jail. But we don't hear them talking about that. There's a genocide that is currently happening right now in Ethiopia. We don't hear these people talking about that. But the simple xenophobia that we because South Africans want the government to actually enforce its immigration laws. Because the government has failed to enforce those laws, the South Africans ended up standing up and enforcing those laws themselves. Then we see everyone crying. But there are serious issues that need to be addressed. The same thing as Jacinta, when Jacinta was saying that, why is the president of Ghana not addressing the fact that these people are actually running away from that country, going to other countries, seeking for a better life? All governments in Africa, they need to make sure that their people are taken care of. That when their people visit other countries, they're just going there for vacations, going there to have fun, going there sightseeing, you understand? They just want to see the beauty of other countries, not running away from their countries saying that they want to go and start a spaza shop in South Africa. They want to go and start a salon in South Africa. You understand? Those are the things that you as a government, you also need to address. But the president of Ghana is right when he said that these things need to be addressed. Because if no one is held accountable, these things will keep on happening. Every time when it's time for elections, these things keep on happening. So we need to address them right now. So Mina, I side with both these people. I'm standing with Jacinta right now with what she's saying. I'm standing with the president of Ghana with what he's saying. You both are right. Things need to be addressed.
And the statement that the African Union chair has made, indeed I was in Ghana 2 days ago, and on behalf of President Ramaphosa as a special envoy, where I delivered a special message. There was an agreement between ourselves and Ghana that the current migration-related challenges will not stand in the way of South Africa-Ghana bilateral relations. It does not impact the Ghana-South Africa bilateral relations because South Africa and Ghana have got long-enduring good friendship and relations. And they said they are raising this matter to give South Africa also an opportunity to explain itself with regards to what is currently happening in the migration issues. And I think it is in that context that President Mahama raised the matter from the video clips I've seen and the newspaper articles that I have seen. So we did explain. One of the issues that also was raised was that all countries have got a right to enforce, it's within the sovereign state to enforce immigration laws. Immigration must be regular, must be orderly, in line with the protocols of the AU, of our own SADC. It should not be a disordered immigration. The challenges we have and face is irregular migration. But the points that they are both raising is that even when there is irregular migration, it will be dealt with in a human way. It will not be dealt with through people taking the law into their own hands, which is what we have seen now in the isolated incidences in our country. And that we have said as a South African government, we condemn. We do not promote any private citizen taking the law into their own hands, and we call for law enforcement agencies to arrest any perpetrator who takes the law into their own hands. And they have said that they have not yet seen a lot of these arrests. But I responded and said there has been arrests, and I continue to say there have been arrests of the perpetrators who try to take the law into their own hands. And these arrests includes the arrest of 5 suspects in Limpopo, who allegedly threatened a Nigerian business owner, ordered him to close his business and leave the country, despite Home Affairs confirming that his immigration documents were valid. They were arrested. 2 arrested again in Limpopo for robbing a Zimbabwean national and impersonating a Home Affairs official. Again, 69 arrested in the Eastern Cape, in Jeffreys Bay for looting 23 shops, 60 released on warning. 4 arrests in Mpumalanga, Emalahleni, following spaza shops looting. So there is action that the South African Police Service is taking against the perpetrators of self-help, taking the law into their own hands, and that the enforcement of migration and regular migration should be left to the authorities, Home Affairs, the South African Police, labor inspectors, and the immigration officers of Home Affairs, or the BMA. Thank you.
Brother, what exactly happened here, please?
They came.
Okay.
They came today. They came around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
In the morning.
Okay.
Till now, they beat the young man. After searching and after investigating, they found nothing.
Okay.
The young man took them around. They handcuffed him.
Okay.
Plastic him, and they killed him to death. They killed him. South African police killed him. They killed our brother.
That captain is the one.
South African police, they killed our
When we
brother.
approached the captain, the captain said that they find the guy inside the house when he's having heart attack. How can you find someone who is having a heart attack inside
In the house, and you
when
did
they have
not
already
rescue
arrested
him?
him and also taking him
What is
around?
your job as a police?
Forcing him to give you drugs. Do they give many drugs to keep for you? Did you guys give
So
him
where's the
many-
guy now? Where is the guy now that killed? Where is he?
Is inside
So
the
the
door,
body
want
is
to
still
see the
inside.
cops.
They took him from here. They took him from here, handcuffed him, pouring water on him with the only singlet that he wear. They pouring water on him. This water, they pouring water on him, take him to his place, and flog him to death. And they came in here always. And what they came in here to do is to steal for people. That's what they came in to do.
They come here.
When they come here, they come to president.
Guys, as you can see, we are here today in Park 6. So they are complaining that the Nigerian guy was killed this early morning, today being on the 23rd of July, 2026, from Western Cape, Bevel. So they say somebody was killed here in this Park 6 by police people. And you can see Nigerians have gathered here and they are insisting that they must not leave until justice is served. So as you can see, the Nigerian...
You kill person, they laugh. Because you are working for government, you are laughing. You kill someone, you are happy.